Self-improvement presence. 8 signs you should not trust someone. Sometimes it can be hard to know whether or not you should trust someone. It is especially difficult when there are reasons to distrust them, they tell you something that doesn't make sense, or they do things without your knowledge. With all of these potential warning signs, it becomes harder to believe what that person says until you have proof otherwise. This could be bad or good, but most times, we want to believe people will act responsibly. It is important to remember that even if someone seems trustworthy, this does not mean they would never hurt you or take advantage of you. Emotional abuse and betrayal are both devastating experiences that can ruin your life. If you feel like you need to invest some time in someone, try to put off trusting them for 1 week. If you still feel confident after 1 week, then go ahead and give their claim full weight. Number 1. They are always up to something. If you have ever wondered whether someone is trustworthy, look no further than their actions. Is this person constantly putting themselves ahead of others? Is this person nice to everyone, including those who don't return the favor? Are they go-getters, working hard to achieve their goals, or do they seem to float through life with little motivation? These traits are all well and good, but they can be used for the wrong things. This person could be seeking constant attention and praise, which is never a good thing. This isn't to say that people who exhibit these behaviors are evil, only that we must be careful about what we allow into our lives. We need to be aware of how much influence this person has over us and if we are willing to trust them. Number 2. They always need your approval. Sometimes, you'll come across someone who seems like they are well-adjusted and have their life together. They dress professionally, keep themselves clean and groomed, and seem to enjoy what they are doing at this moment in time. But then something happens and everything changes. You find out that they don't have a job or they got fired from the one they had. Or maybe they told you that they were going to take care of their kids but instead, they left them with a babysitter while they went drinking. Or perhaps they said they would never drink again, but when you talk to them later they're drunk. And it's not because they wanted to have some fun. It's because they can't handle being lonely, they're afraid to be alone, or they just want to drown their sorrows. Number 3. They are always changing. Are they staying the same as you? Is what they tell you to match their previous actions? If so, great. But if not, then it is time to move on to more solid signs that they may not be trustworthy. It is very difficult to trust someone who is constantly altering their behavior towards you. It is also hard to believe in people when they do not keep their word. If a person does not agree to do something today, then why should you put your trust in them tomorrow? This goes for both positive and negative things, whether it be agreeing to help you or taking away your money. People will say anything to get what they want, which makes proving them wrong extremely tough. As mentioned before, these changes can be due to external factors such as getting new employment or health issues, but mostly internal ones like depression or stress. This could be caused by personal problems they have, or because of feelings they have for you. Be wary of anyone showing significant changes in personality, mood, activity, etc. around you. Number 4. They are very confident. I've explained before that confidence is attractive, but it can also be a sign of something more sinister. Being overly self-confident can make you seem egotistical and want to put yourself ahead of others. It may even indicate deception or arrogance. Because people usually feel insecure around other people, they often agree to things done in a power dynamic such as giving up their rights or paying for drinks. When someone seems too sure of themselves, there can be reasons why they believe what they say and how they say it. It could be because they have no reason to doubt themselves, so they do. It could be because they know something we don't, which makes them appear intelligent. Or maybe they're just really good at bluffing. Any of these traits is not okay when it comes to friendship commitments. If you find someone who fits this profile, chances are he or she isn't long-term material. Number 5. They are always telling you how much they know. A lot of people talk about knowledge as if it were a commodity that they have in abundance, something they can constantly replenish. But understanding what makes up this knowledge is like water, it comes to us naturally, but where it ends up depends on who we are and what we want to do with our lives. So while some may feel like they have enough knowledge around them, very few truly do. This is especially true for young people since an adequate education usually includes teaching students about different theories and philosophies. This is why there are so many cases of teenagers struggling to find their place in the world. Because even though they might not fully understand the concepts behind social justice or intersectional theory, they recognize that something was said that made them uncomfortable or annoyed them. So they decide to leave instead of sticking around and trying to figure out what happened. Number 6. They always know the right thing to say. Are they constantly telling you how wonderful you are? How much do they admire you? They'll praise you for doing something that, honestly, you should have done long ago. Then, when you don't agree with their advice, they'll tell you that you don't appreciate what you have enough. I call this appreciation avoidance. It happens a lot in people who have a hard time feeling good about themselves. This is someone who feels bad about himself and tries to make up for it by praising other people. He or she might even convince you that you shouldn't feel too good about yourself because there's somebody out there more talented than you. Or maybe they'll talk down about you and your decisions, saying that you can't handle such responsibility. Or perhaps they'll try to get you to do things that are wrong so that you will lose self-confidence. Number 7. They always look you in the eye. A lot of people claim that they want to connect with you, but then don't when you look them in the eyes. It is an easy way to lose trust in someone quickly, as most people are very aware that we don't usually like being looked at directly. If a person says or does something strange, intense, or weird, looking like biting their nails, saying nothing, and walking away, then it should be considered suspicious. It is your natural instinct to avoid direct contact with other people, so if you feel uncomfortable around someone, chances are good that you will never get confirmation about what they say or do by listening to that instinct. By looking people in the eyes, they take extra effort to avert their gaze, which can sometimes give you false confidence that they aren't lying. At the very least, it makes them seem more nervous than usual, which may reveal something about them. Number 8. They are very charismatic. Charisma is one of the most important traits to evaluate in someone you want to trust. While not everyone has it, people who do can easily win your confidence and even trust you more. Charisma is a quality that comes from within. People with significant amounts of charisma just naturally get attention due to their expressive faces, voice, and behavior. Someone with little or no amount of charisma will likely struggle to gain your trust and respect. It may be difficult to feel safe around them because they cannot keep their personal life private or prevent gossip about them from spreading. On the other hand, people who have strong leadership qualities and know how to use them to motivate others are admired for their charisma. These individuals usually earn trust and loyalty.